Hello, welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are going to be continuing the narration and character voice acting for the main story of Arknights. This is part 4 for episode 16, Abnormal Spectrum. Alright then everybody, time to continue the journey through chapter 16 with our second to last part for this chapter. But before we get to any of that, as always to anybody who is bumping into the voiceover through this very episode, the full playlist for the main story of Arknights is in the description box of this very video, so if you have to catch up with the main story, I would highly recommend doing that before continuing with this episode. And of course, if you want to catch up with any of the other stories that are both loosely or very well integrated right now into the main story already, they're all in the description box as well, neatly organized in their own little categories and storylines as well, so if you just want to catch up with some stuff that you didn't have the opportunity yet to do so, everything is neatly there and organized. Or if you just want to have some background noise, like I do with all of my my stuff that I watch. But anyway, thank you very much and enjoy. So then, for everybody else, let's do the quick little recap of the previous part, as we always do, and then progress into today's part, and I'm gonna show you how much we're gonna be covering, but considering I already said it's gonna be the second to last part, I think you already know. But anyway, let's do the recap. If you wanna skip it, as always, just in the description box of the very video you can find the timestamps, chapter select, or the YouTube navigation bar. Anyway, let's begin. So then, last time, in the aftermath of the arson on the village that the miners are staying at, Rankin tries to take the blame in Hawley's place. The villagers won't have any of that though, and so Hawley's execution gets decided. Rankin does the deed, and as a result the miners split into two groups. One group with Vetochki, Nadia and Raidian stay behind, while Rankin, Nikto and the rest keep going towards the border. Short while after that, Amiya's team arrive at the village, reuniting with Raidian, and they meet the miners and Vetochki. As they are exchanging information, Mantra notices something being off, investigates and finds the miners gathering around old Grandma Nadia that appears as a reddish black and white flame to Mantra. In another place, Xenia, Doctor and Monster are entering the mine where Oka was found. They soon discover that Oka is just another form of Originium, a form it takes on once all data and matter are removed from it. Going deeper into the cave, the Doctor discovers that it is indeed Priestess that is involved here, and she left them a message, a single word in many languages and sounds: debate. Then, before they can leave the mine, the three of them get attacked by a heavily mutated Mangler beast and are forced into combat. The trio wins the battle, and Monster ends the creature's suffering. Back at the village, Mantra confirms that the strange presence is indeed the Urodstvo, and that it has a connection to the Royal Guards. Rankin's team, meanwhile, enters some mines in an attempt to bypass military outposts, and get to the border undetected. As they learn, sadly, that won't be possible, as the mine tunnels have collapsed in some places. However, they find many more miners hiding away inside from other places in the tundra, and Rankin delivers a rousing speech to rally as many people as possible, and with them, attack the outpost that is blocking their way forward. And that is pretty much where we left off last time. So very quickly before we head into anything today, quick little correction on the previous part about a word that I keep always misreading on the first attempt, but somehow it stuck last time. There was a scene where in the previous episode where Monster was describing the condition of the mutated Mangler beast, and she was specifically saying physiological, and I kept reading it even in my original reading through the whole thing. I misread the thing as psychological. I mean, they're not obviously the same word, but very similar words just in general, and this is not the first time I misread those two words, but this is definitely not the first time I misread those two words, so apologies for that. But yeah, Monster was talking about the physical changes to the Mangler beast that it went through that rapid mutation that it was Well, going through, not psychological. But who knows? The psychological stuff might have gone down the line, as the thing was really pretty much speedrunning a evolution into a human. But yeah, apologies for that. It happens, and it will probably keep on happening in the future. Those two words, again, not the same thing, and it's not written in the same way, but they do sound very similar. So on a cursory glance, it happens. But yeah, anyway, outside of that, in today's part, we're gonna be obviously covering the story from where we left off, which means chapter 15, or rather stage 15, moving to 16, 17, and we're gonna be ending up on 18. Which means for the final episode, we're gonna be left with the epilogue cutscene, aka stage 19. And with that, once we pass through that one, all of these extra cutscenes with the little orange borders going down from 13, 17, and 18, and also 19, are gonna be open, and we're gonna be able to see what they are. But that will be for the last part. Also for the last part, considering I have not seen it yet, I will be taking a look when I'm done reading the last section of this story chapter at Mantra's operator record, just to see if it fits anywhere, or in general if it has any place to be put into well, the final episode. We'll see if there is any meaning to it, if it connects to something that happens right before the chapter began or something like that, or if it's even a post story to the chapter. I will be obviously including it in the last part. But today we have 4 stages, 4 cutscenes, so let's begin on stage 15, titled Roaring Wilds. They tread upon home, upon family, upon foe. They salted the soil, dumped bodies in the river. They are everywhere. You know, I rather like Bresk this time of year. The sun no longer rises and falls. There is no distinction between day and night, and there is no need to pretend that anything is under the light anymore. The Marshal calls it the Autumn of Troubles. Time is of the essence, Your Imperial Highness. The situation grows more tense as we speak, as I enjoy your hospitality and your tea. The Marshal awaits your reply. I see. Even Marshal Yevgeny is flustered. It seems there is truly great trouble in Ursus. You are correct. The mellow response from Deity Griffenberg is unacceptable. The Marshal is not the only one who thinks so. I expect he has realized how wisely his father acted in that insurrection. The Fourth Army could have had a worse outcome than being sent to the border. So, has young Yevgeny made up his mind to be at the forefront? The Marshal is simply performing the duty of a soldier of Ursus, to protect her by standing where the danger is the greatest. Our only problem lies with you, Your Imperial Highness. The Marshal needs to know that you are willing to continue to cooperate. Is this his notice to me? A request made of a friend. The Marshal values your friendship and trusts your wisdom. He believes that even at a time like this, the interests of Bresk and the Fourth Army are closely aligned. Besides, he is not asking you to do anything other than give the nod. He seems to think it is an easy thing. Does he think the Tsar a fool? Does he think Chermedvit an idiot? There is no middle ground, just as the sun cannot coexist with the night. The Marshal understands your situation. He is happy to share in your burden. In any case, there is considerable room for interpretation for the fall of an Emperor's blade. The Marshal is glad to make the interpretation for you. The 4th Army assisted Bresk in suppressing a rebellion in far north. As long as you're willing to cooperate, that will be the only sentence on the 4th Army's report to Griffenberg. You do not even need to nod. The Marshal will accept silence.
No, that's not it. If the Marshal truly understands me, he should know that it was never Deity Griffenberg's inquiry I was concerned about. The people who live upon my land, the people of Ursus, they are my only concern.
The Marshal understands your benevolence and vows that no one shall cross the line you have drawn.
Young, impatient Yevgeny. I would not wish to see my dear friend put himself in danger. Even if I do keep silent as he wishes, it would simply be one fewer pebble in his path. How does he intend to handle the mighty boulders?
That is not something you need concern yourself with. Be it boulders or anything else, the Marshal is confident he will overcome all foes that stand in the way of Ursin glory. Do I take it that I have your response? Field Marshal Yevgeny sends his regards. For the glory of Ursus.
For the glory of Ursus. Are you alright, Xenia? I can carry both of you if necessary. No, I'm fine. I just don't understand. Why do we have to be in such a hurry?
I have a theory. If the government has already learned about the Orvane incident, then there is only one explanation for the widespread silence in far north. Ursus will not allow news of the vein exhaustion to get out.
Look at the sky, Doctor. Was it like this when we came in? No. Am I seeing things? Why that color? Again?
Conspicuously red. The color of warning. You do not even need to look up to see it. It begins to cover the grey skies and everything below them. The army, the warning light of the Ursin armies. They're here.
Why? Why would the army come to far north at a time like this? They shouldn't be here. Doctor, high energy originium reaction on a large scale, 5 kilometers to the northwest. Someone is approaching. Fast.
We need to get back to the lab now. We need to let Amia know at once.
Are you alright, Xenia? We're speeding up. Yes, the lab. We need to get back to the lab. This way. The emergency communications equipment is on the top floor observation deck. The key is in the director's office. Follow me. Those footsteps didn't come from any of us. Is there someone else here?
There are many of them. We don't have time. We need to reach Amia ASAP.
Sorry, there is no emergency lighting here. I've lit a candle. Yes, here's the communications equipment. I've never used it. Not sure how long its range is. It's an Ursin military communicator.
You've seen one before?
Raidian has something similar. She helped the Ursin army's research into such equipment years ago. Looks like they've put it into production already. If it's what I think it is, then it's a form of high-performance, large-area broadcasting equipment. It's equipped with a high-powered arts unit, roughly the equivalent of 100 standard military communicators. It was designed to broadcast urgent messages to military facilities in a large area. Experts at perceptive arts such as Raidian are also able to receive such messages.
Isn't that a good thing? Why do you look so anxious?
We can't specify the frequency to use. If we use this device to send a message, the nearby Ursin army will receive it too, immediately revealing our position. Dr.
Send the message. Send a message, then move it once.
Got it. Tell me what message you want to send, and I'll operate it.
The Ursin Orvains are near exhausted.
Recorded. What's next? Look out! Whoa! Why are they attacking the lab?
At least one army is intervening in the far north. They're trying to enforce a blackout.
Message recorded. Sending.
Let's get out of here. Now!
Doctor, Xenia, grab onto me tightly. We will... Hello? Hello? Damn. Did we make it in time? You were pretty tough when you came for me, monster. Don't die here. Do you hear me? Do you hear a... Doctor?
A mysterious helper has appeared. Alright, before I say anything anymore on this cutscene, on the previous stage I forgot to introduce two new enemies that appeared there, but considering they're present here, plus we also have one new extra enemy, let's do that right now. First off, we have the Army Heavy Artillery. Heavy artillery manufactured by the Ursus army, first revealed at the Griffinberg Grand Parade 5 years ago. Rumors say that a single shell from one can engulf an entire city block in flames, but the number of units in service remains unknown. Oh, I'll believe that an entire block can disappear from this thing. Whew. Alright. Anyway, then we have the Army Veteran Shield Guard. Veteran Shield Guards of the Ursus army, responsible for defending the command headquarters. Any enemy that makes it that far will not make it past the final line of defense. Is it just me, or do the shield guards have the most metal lines ever? Alright, and our final one is the Abnormal Mangler Beast Alpha. Mutated beast that dwells within the mines. As the number of living creatures dwindled, the starving beast cut deep claw marks on the rock walls. Black rocks grew along the blood, climbing up the beast's famished hide, making it massive and terrifying once more. Everybody just gets screwed over by Raidian, I swear. The animals have also no chill here. But anyway, this was an interesting conversation at the beginning of the cutscene. The Duchess and the guy who was sent by the 4th Army. Very interesting. Again, and my opinion will not really change by the end of this episode, but there will be a couple of more things and about the Duchess in the next couple of cutscenes, so I'm not gonna say too much right now. But even right now, my current opinion, and when I was reading this originally for the first time, doesn't really change. It will not change by the end of this tour today in today's episode. I do not think she's like truly a bad person. Like, she doesn't really strike me as that, unless the epilogue cutscene is gonna introduce a element that hasn't been present yet and maybe paint her in a different picture. She really does not strike me as a bad person. She strikes me as a neutral person, someone who is who is very who very much wants the good for her people and her citizens, but seems to be just shackled by well, by people around her. But anyway, I'll talk about that a bit more by the end of today's episode. And yeah, the other thing, very interesting thing about this chapter was the red sky actually getting a proper explanation here in a cutscene. Like, we've seen the red sky in the background a couple of times so far throughout this chapter, and usually it was always surrounded by some form of conflict, or the miners engaging with the Ursus army. Or here we pretty much get the confirmation that the red sky is because a army is approaching, which is quite metal. The Ursus military is really something else, I swear. But anyway, we continue on to our boss battle stage, 1616. So, I will be obviously including this boss battle stage as following up on the cutscene itself. There's a couple of things I want to say about this, and yes, this is the final boss battle stage of this chapter. It's a bit earlier than usual. Usually it's the final thing, or well, an operation can also be the final thing, but we do have an operation on 1618. That will be technically our final battle of this chapter, but this is the other boss battle of the chapter, and the final one. This stage is titled Revealing the Truth. I shall not accept fiction nor elaborately dressed falsehoods. Look sharp. We're on shift for another 2 hours. Blöd. Not a damn mangler in this essence, no. Hey, did you hear something? What? The soldier turns around, only to see a crossbow bolt punch through his friend's skull. Huh? Rankin! We got the ones below! Let's go up! Wait! Don't be rash! Come back! The miners are gathered under the outpost, gazing at a flashing warning light above their heads. Watch your heads! They saw us! They're pulling the ladder! We'll have to do this the hard way. Take all the explosives and come with me, Team 3. We're blowing the outpost door, whatever it takes. Don't stop if I fall. Take my place. Team 4, Team 5, keep shooting and cover us. The rest of you, don't let a single soldier get away. You got it. On my mark. The searchlight catches them, and it is immediately followed by a hail of projectiles. Rankin continues to push forward towards the outpost, raising his crossbow and taking aim at the vexing searchlight above their heads. Suddenly, Rankin feels a sharp pain on his forehead, and the left side of his field of vision is covered in red. Blood streams down. He hears a ringing in his head. Rankin! Rankin! Not a step back! With me! Push forward! Damn it! We're dead anyway if we go back! Might as well take a few of them down with us! The cries around him seem so distant. He can hear the sound of crossbow bolts finding flesh. He can hear the sound of bodies hitting the floor. He must not fall, not when victory is so close. He wills his limbs to move with the last bit of strength he has left, once again raising his crossbow, aiming at that loathsome light above. He pulls the trigger. They're weakening! Keep up! Now, ready? The door's blown! Charge! The miners' voices feel more and more distant. It is all Rankin can do to keep up. No one notices him in this battle of life and death. He leans against the rubble and heads upwards, one small step at a time. His senses are returning, and his body is getting used to the pain. He walks over bodies that were alive just moments ago. The spiral staircase leads to an aperture at the top, where the most beautiful aurora of the Ursi night shines through. He remembers sitting in the mine elevators, gazing up at the only light above. Finally, the last step. He finds himself standing amidst the aurora, beneath the stars, with friends.
Rankin? Are you alright?
I'm fine. Rankin wipes away the blood on his forehead and takes a look at his brothers and sisters around him. Half of us didn't make it. But we did it. We did it. In the distance, deity Griffinberg remains hidden behind the thick taiga. The vast frozen icy lake seems to taunt them for their foolish challenge. We climbed from the dark mines to the surface, and now we stand atop the army's outpost. We will cross the frozen lake and forest, and plant our flags in even more places. Rankin's eyes burn bright as he tries to communicate his vision to the others. Their faces are bright with the joy of victory too. They have waited for this day for far too long. Nikto, we finally... Rankin turns around, but does not see the familiar figure. Nikto?
I ran away when the first bolt left the crossbow. It's no shame to be afraid. It is only the most foolish of fools who do not know fear. Rankin is mad. Everyone who follows him is mad. I wanted to pull them back, but if they want to die, let them. I can't die yet. From cobbler to tutor to being adopted by a count. I didn't do all of that just so that I could die in a place like that. Die, and it's all over. I must survive. Volgrad is just ahead. Start over, Nikta. Liat? What the bloody hell is that?
A torch!
We should light a torch so that the others will know we've succeeded and come to meet up with us.
Yes, you're right. Light the fire. A dull thud, coming from the distance, shakes the ice fields and makes their eardrums and hearts tremble.
What's that? Over there!
They look in the direction that he is pointing and see a massive battleship rising on the horizon. So massive, it is hard to tell whether it is a ship or a nomadic city. The taiga is leveled in an instant, and the stars are veiled by red light. Snow and tree trunks are torn to pieces and sucked into the sky. Only now do they understand what they are dealing with. Ursus. They are dealing with Ursus. I see. So this is what it is.
Raidian? I just got a message on a public channel. It says that the Ursin Orvanes are near exhausted. The armies are trying to cover it up. At least one army is already here in the far north. Did the doctor's team send a message? Uncertain but likely. This is a warning from the doctor. The mind's becoming exhausted. Could it be? But I don't understand. Ursus wants to cover it up. Do they plan on killing everyone in the far north who knows about it? I knew it. The rumors of the Orvanes running dry were true. That's the source of all of the unusual events. That's what they're trying to hide. You don't look surprised. It was the worst case scenario that I projected until now. But now there is reason to believe it's true. And I have no doubt some of the army brass are capable of doing such things. The far north is the most dangerous place on Terra right now. We must leave immediately. We haven't made contact with the doctor yet. They sent us a warning. They're in a better position to be informed than we are. There's no guarantee that we would find them if we went back now. We would only be wasting our time. Monster can protect the doctor. They're less likely to be targeted than a large group. But if the armies have come to cover this up on the government's behalf, how can we be sure that Griffinburg is a safe place to go? You still don't trust me. We need to make sure that... Counts it. The name once again came to the government's attention not long ago. This mysterious figure has left too many unusual traces on Ursus and across all of Terra. Information about her are considered top secret in Ursus. For this reason, some of us harbor hope that she can answer certain questions that Ursus is facing right now. Who are you, really? Perhaps a reintroduction is in order. Aloysius Vasilievna Gorchikova, Lieutenant of the Tsar's Battalion Ursin Imperial Guard. I answer to Chairman Islam Witt of the State Council. My orders are to investigate reports of mutated, infected and associated incidents in the central mining district of the far north, and to make contact with Rhodes Island. I know it's a little late to claim sincerity, and it's true that I had intended to keep this a secret. Whether you believe it or not, however, I can tell you that I could have dealt with you in Bresk if I had any ill intent. This is not the sort of corporation that Rhodes Island seeks, but I can understand your position. Let's set the argument aside for now. What's your plan, Aloysius? I have vehicles on the southwestern shore of Lake Neva, about 10 kilometers from here. It's not much, but it should be enough to take everyone away from here. I can hide them in a village outside Griffinburg, then find a way to get you inside the city under the government's protection. Mantra said that the people here are still under the influence of the Urodstvo. We need to free them from its control first. She can find their Urodstvo, but not a way to deal with it. I have no desire to witness a tragedy, but my duty comes first. I must ensure that someone is alive to bring word back to Griffinburg. If you insist on getting everyone out of here safely, I can give you 1 hour, no more.
Understood. Projects her perception. I will make it quick. Into every corner. I think I made a breakthrough. Mantra carefully projects her perception into every corner. She identifies one little fluctuation amidst all the numb, unmoving thoughts.
Pushka, let's go. Let's leave here, alright? If you stand up, everyone will follow. We'll go south to deity Griffinburg, or anywhere. Just not here. okay? Betochki takes a knee before the illusion that she believes to be her grandmother. She takes the hands that do not exist to Mantra's eyes and rubs her cheeks against them. It is only when she sees the tears on the girl's face that Mantra realizes how frightening this trust is. The girl continues to do so, even without getting any response. Mantra remembers Raidian's words. Betochki's parents were executed for organizing a strike. Her grandmother is her only family now. It seems as though everyone in the mining district knew Nadia, including the guards. They sought her assistance more than they sought the medical teams. They sought comfort when they were in pain, insight when they were lost, and found a strange peace in her words. I should have noticed that something wasn't right. I thought she was just a respected old woman. Please, Babushka. Mantra watches the girl before her and gently makes her own voice appear in the girl's mind. She believes you will find peace here, once all hope is gone. Betochki. Betochki turns around to see the Fidya standing behind her. You know my name? But I never told you. In this place, at least, you should be able to express yourself clearly. But you're talking in the same way that you usually do, which means that you've not been seriously affected. Perhaps there's still a way for you to wake up. What? Is Nadia your family? Yes, she's my babushka. And my only family. Are you sure? Of course I am. She's my babushka. Your babushka wants everyone to endure their pain, so that they have no desire to live, nor choose to end their own pain and die. No, babushka wouldn't. She's just tired like everyone. Everyone's just tired. We want to live. Of course we do. But there's always people who don't want us to. Always someone. Who? The patrol units. You defeated the patrol units? The guards and the people in the lab. They're not here. Who else doesn't want you to live? The black monster. Why? I can't remember. Let me ask again. Are you holding the hands of your family? Turn around, Betochki. Betochki does not want to turn around. As long as she does not do so, those cold and withered hands will forever remain the way they are. Tell me, what do you see? Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. She keeps telling herself, but she turned around. Babushka is in front of her. Babushka is singing a lullaby. I see Babushka Nadia. No. Look more closely. Babushka is in front of her. Her hands are cold.
What do you see?
I see... circle... I see a... Red.
Vitochki frantically shakes her head.
Why? Why is it always red?
Babushka sitting, Babushka standing, Babushka colors ever changing. Babushka lying in a pool of blood, deciding that Vitochki may die.
Is this what autumn is like in Ursus? I would hate to see what they call winter. An open-air party with no lawn or picnic table? What are you inviting us here to see?
Entertainment you don't get in Casimir's, no matter how rich you are.
A few lives and deaths, big deal. And up those miners we saw on the way could give us a show that measures up to night sports.
The Knights fight every year, but Breskenoy hasn't seen a single death sentence in a decade under the rule of the current Duchess. This is a truly rare event.
Death sentence? Who's the criminal?
A miner couple caught in the act plotting to organize an infected strike.
My, how awful.
Yes, it was such a horrendous crime that the Grand Duchess apparently wept when she signed the death warrant. But there is no precedence for human death sentences in these parts. It's easy to bury them in the nearby swamps, but it would be such a waste of a rare death sentence, wouldn't it? Which is why we're here. The procedures start with whipping. I heard paying guests like us even get to pick the whip, add blades to it, soak it in brine.
What if they died sooner than planned and their rocks exploded in front of us? Had this dress made just for this trip, you know.
That won't be a problem. Their infection isn't that bad. It would have taken them years to die if they didn't commit their crime. As for the party and picnic that you asked about, you'll see it soon enough. Now, let's get ourselves warm by the fire.
Are they still breathing? The woman still babbling treason. Is the man dead? Cut his tongue out yesterday. Why not cut the woman's too? The guests yesterday said no. They wanted to hear her scream. Did she? No, not even once. She kept repeating her petitions, saying things like for the other children who died in the mines. Couldn't understand a word of it. She must be mad. Wouldn't have tried to start a strike if she wasn't. Cut the woman's tongue too. Yes, sir. And that kid. She was standing there yesterday too, wasn't she? Yes. The constable wanted her to stand there and watch until her parents breathed their last. Then send her back to the quarters once they're dead. I'm afraid she has to go down to the mines with her mom's lamp and ID. She was born in a mine, you know, which makes her a miner too. Does she have a lamp? Do you see a lamp in her hands? No, sir. Then send her back to the quarters once I'm done, Mudak.
Vitochki, here, take these. The butter, minced meat, chocolate. Good girl. Don't get any wrong ideas. It wasn't my husband who sold your parents out. I earned these myself, pushing the carts in the mines. There's only you and your babushka now. Take care of her, alright? Tell her she doesn't need to return the scissors she borrowed. Come and find me if you ever need anything. I'll do what I can to help. my kid would be around your age, if she had lived. She said some other things, but I never answered. Was it because I couldn't talk? Or because I had already walked away and went home? All I know is that I saw red dripping on greyish-white plastic. I thought I was back outside at that place again, but no. It was Babushka. Yesterday and today, I learned that the red inside a human's body isn't endless. It will dry up. It makes people hurt. It brings death. So I tried to stop the red that was flowing out with my hands, like the game that I played with my friends when I was little. Whoever picks up the most water has the most happiness. Whoever bags the most wins has the most freedom. No. I can't keep it in. I must keep it in. I can't. Babushka. The cold body sinks into the plastic, into the mud before my eyes. I look up and see it. A pale, standing shadow. I cried. Babushka Nadia?
I'm here.
You told me to endure and forgive.
To survive, yes.
Must we still endure? Endure and share other pain only leads to death now. Do we endure for nothing?
Desire anything and you will only sin. Your suffering soul needs eternal peace. Come, child. Come into my embrace.
Did you forgive too?
I forgave. We must accept the life that Ursus has granted, as we accept the death that Ursus has granted. We must not choose. We must not struggle.
Did you forgive? For killing Mom and Dad? Your own child?
Yes, I forgive.
I forgive. No. Then no. You're not Babushka Nadia. Babushka wouldn't forgive like this. Not forgive for peace. She won't forgive. She won't endure. She's dead. Buried. You're not her.
I am. I am. I am. Submit to. Or face destruction. Stab back, Vitochki.
She's not Babushka Nadia.
No, she's not.
But if she's not Babushka, who is she?
The light of arts floats around Mantra. She has made the foe reveal its true colors. But it is not yet over. She must continue to build a barrier in the cognitive space to isolate herself and the entity before her from other people. In the meantime, she continues to communicate the truth. Urotstvo. This is the Urotstvo that you asked about. It is a demonic creation that has been given this name. Perhaps it was once human. Now it is a far cry from the concept of human.
I don't understand.
You don't have to. I never understood its true nature, even though there was a chance, however minute, that I might have become it. You saw it at the wrong time and called to it. That's all.
The wrong time? So it was wrong from the beginning?
It's not your fault, Vitochki. I'll take over from here.
一瞬です。絶望の匂いにカムフラージュできない。形態を変更中。重要抵抗のマーク。恩つこうと無駄な抵抗だ。我が弦を発する。最適な私の爪が聴診をしてくれるよ。 私の刃はまだ来ていない形態を変更。長い夜の後には私たちにはきっと夜明けが訪れます。あまり待つ恐怖が隠せない。新しい予想標準偏差を計算。影すら捉えさせない。記憶に残る死に目には姿を映してやる。どうすればいい。誰かに気づく前にあなたの死体を影に沈めてあげる。熟慮の賜物だな。あなたは
白明に輝く星、死の黎明。
過ごしててもらおうかな。心配しないで。ドクター、面白い情報をキャッチしたよ。モンスター座標に着いた。
おるぞ、魂の川、彼岸の私。
Alright, and that is our boss battle stage. So then, before I say anything else about the cutscene itself and the boss battle itself, we have two new enemies here. First off is the abnormal Originium slug Alpha, dangerous mutated Originium slugs that are reproducing rapidly in the new underground environment. Rapid genetic iterations have increased their threat considerably. And of course we have our boss, Ursus. Do not complain, do not hesitate, do not struggle, just accept it. Yeah, that fits well with how the boss operates in lore. But yeah, that was a very interesting boss battle stage. The whole shifting from one layout, this one, to the other completely different layout. That was very interesting. Did not expect that actually to have in the main story. I think this was the first time we had something like that in the main story, right? I'm not forgetting. I don't think I am. We do have several maps in the game and battles themselves that are transitioning like into different maps, or are just like scrolling from left to right, or in one specific battle in IS5 there is a whole transition from one layout to another one. Yeah, those are kind of rare. So this was a very interesting discovery here for the main story, to have a map that went that way. But also from a storytelling perspective, a very interesting use for it, because it kind of signals the whole reveal from illusion to truth kind of deal, fighting through the fog essentially. But yeah, this was a interesting battle in general. I kind of enjoyed doing that one from start to finish. However, I will say this: autoing this stage, absolutely annoying. I do not know what it specifically is with this stage, but the moment you get to the second map, the auto just falls apart every single time. It just does. And I just believe it's purely because of the whole mechanic of obviously removing the fog of war with the miners and everything. And a couple of times I also had when I was trying to record it, I also had the I don't know if it's a bug or if it's something weird happening, but the two towers that are appearing for the miners in stage 2, pretty much the same ones from stage 1, they sometimes appeared with like a 1 or 2 second delay, which meant that on auto, the units that I would deploy in the fog would not be deployed because the miners have not spawned yet, because they are literally delayed by 1 or 2 seconds, which completely messes up everything. I was legitimately, because of trying to record it with the auto like always for the showcase of the storytelling and everything, I was legitimately getting high blood pressure. I'm not even joking. Look, 3 hours of trying to auto a map that went fine multiple times when I was setting it up originally, and as always, obviously this has to do with like obviously the units that I was using and everything, but again, for these purposes of storytelling, I'm always trying to use units who are either present in the story or have something to do, in this case, with Rhode Island or Rhode Island adjacent or region adjacent. You know, I'm trying to include units that are kind of accurate for the current environment in some way, shape, or form. And yeah, I was trying to go with these units, and it was just not working. Or sorry, it was working, but on auto on stage 2, it was falling apart. It just kept falling apart and falling apart and falling apart every single time. The boss sometimes even on my proper clean run, when I set it up properly, the boss even died on the first checkpoint that I set up with I believe it was Mantra in the top right corner and Monster. Like, she legitimately died on that run there in that corner, and that never happened again. And other units just get obliterated by the constant bombardment of the mechs that appear at the very end. Even though, again, on the original run, they were not a problem. I don't know. Autoing the second stage just feels weird. I don't know if it's something causing it to just go haywire because of the fog mechanic, or how the enemies and the boss are selecting targets around the map, but it just was not happening. And as you've seen in the footage, I had to do it manually. I had to do it manually just so that after 3 hours, my blood pressure can settle. Oh, this stage. Again, fine boss battle to beat it the first time, but good god, autoing was something horrendous. Anyway, outside of that, definitely cutscene-wise, very interesting. First off, Rankin and his miners conquering the outpost, and then immediately getting humbled by the Ursus army was quite a sight. Also seeing the army just approach the horizon with that red light, the giant-ass battleship that is so freaking large, like a mountain, Jesus Christ! Like, if Ursus is doing one thing correctly, it's intimidation. Like, when they are on the horizon, you are shitting your pants. Holy shit. They're not playing around. They're definitely not playing around. But yeah, that was definitely a part. And then in the second portion of the whole thing, Vitochki, with a tiny bit of Mantra's nudging on the side and pushing her in the right direction, starting to fight back against the Urotsuo, remembering her past, what happened to her parents, remembering what happened to her grandmother as well, because the Urotsuo is definitely not her grandmother. That was definitely a feel strip. And then Mantra going into offense against it at the end was also pretty dope, with a little extra like animations and stuff like that. Pretty dope cutscene overall. But anyway, we move on to stage 17, titled Voices Unheard. Hear the weeping, hear the cries, hear the echoes of the declaration that they will endure no more. This stage also drops a specific item that you get by doing something very specific. I will address that when we are done with the cutscene. So for now, let's begin. Using Originium Arts is not the hard part of the combat. Red and black mist fill the air. The white silhouette within does not speak or move, not even the fringes of its clothes. It does not dodge or fight back, simply existing there in silence, allowing the barriers around it to wither away. A void, a vortex that devours everything. You are... These scenes in the cognitive realm continue to flicker. They return to where they began. A wilderness of unknown name or location. One could call it... Sargon.
Why? Why would this happen? Catastrophe has destroyed our home. Why must war take our lives as well? Badisha, silent and wise, hear my prayer and comfort my pain.
Futile. Search as you might in my consciousness, you will never create a vision that makes me choose to sleep in the void. You... Badisha. Badisha, this is your past. Your people sought comfort from you, but you would not even grant them an illusion, though it would have taken you little effort. It's not comfort, it's just a lie. A sweet dream cannot shake the ancient corrupt royalty. I left that place, fled of my own accord. Indeed, you are not shaken. Your voice. You cannot become the source of the voice, Urotstvo. You cannot become me. Because I cannot speak, and because you're simply an echo. People see in me the reflection of their perception and expectation. That's how you come to be. But to you and to my own folly, I have no expectation. You are strong. You have not been tried or baptized, yet your willpower almost the same as mine. Yet you have neglected your power, this gift. You should have used it to proselytize and lead your people. What made you leave your palace? What made you give up on power and become weak? I realized knowledge is more lasting than authority. The truth is stronger than lies. And you have spurred them onto a path of destruction to die upon this frozen soil. Why?
A soft laughter ripples through the air.
It is revelation. It is. It is proselytization. It is sacrifice. The land is about to undergo drastic changes. Those who are not strong will be destroyed. Therefore, I nurtured a spark, making it strong, making it spread. It will burn all that is impure, and all shall be born again within.
Mantra is certain she can kill it. In the realm of the mind, it will take little more effort than snuffing out a candle. But what will killing it do? She is unsure. Besides, is there victory to be gained when your foe never engaged?
Stop wasting time, Urotstvo. Seize your influence on the people here and let them leave with me. Otherwise, Ursus will soon need a new Urotstvo.
No. No. Your past is thick and long. But it must be there, somewhere. Your pain. The pain that you had to hide from. Accept it.
There was no time for Mantra to react. A split second of hesitation is enough to cause a crack in the cognitive realm that she used all her strength to maintain. She realizes her error almost instantly, but countless responses are already coming from outside the realm. I accept. I accept.
I accept. I have long accepted. I can eat straw, moss, drink snow, water with gravel mixed in, until my stomach is full, and I shall not hunger. Not anymore. See, death is not more terrible than living.
At the end of her vision, Urotsuo is white and slender, not a trembling apparition, nor a hunched old woman. Whatever its appearance, it will continue to exist, as long as a single person believes in it. The cause is not here, it is somewhere else. Time starts flowing again. Mantra looks around, and her reason and emotion fight a war in her head, arguing about whether to try to fix the error or beat a retreat. Soon, she makes up her mind. Elysium! Right here! I need you to use thermal imaging to mark the location from the outside. Connect me to every miner here. Can you do it? Of course! You got it! The woman's cold voice appears in every miner's head. The instant that the connection is made, she realizes that these people can no longer endure any more shocks from mental arts. She can only keep out Urotsuo for so long. Time is of the essence. Perhaps this will be cruel to you, but I believe it's necessary to reveal the truth. If this exodus began out of despair and manipulation, then you should at least decide your own ending.
Who's talking? How did I end up back here? We are not here. We ran away with Rankin. We cut out the chips and got away. This isn't real.
You're half correct. This is not the truth of the present, but of the past. You killed the one on the ground. Yes or no?
Yes, we killed him. Rankin killed him. I thought Rankin was a hero. Yeah, he said he would take us to a place where the infected won't be looked down on, but he abandoned us in the end.
So you validated the truth of the scene.
I was there. I saw it. We killed and defied our own souls.
Look again. Tell me, who is it?
Nadia, Vitochki's babushka. Everyone in the mines respects her, even the guards.
You respect her too? In the way that you respect your elders? Or in the way that you respect the statue of a god?
There's little difference if you live to her age in the mines.
She stood among you. She joined the revolt.
No, she didn't. She wasn't there.
No one would ask an old woman to fight. She's here. Who is she looking at? Is she mourning the fallen? Why would she mourn the murderer? Because it was she who killed him. What? Rankin and your group never killed the last one who fell. What killed him was his hubris, and the one who created the illusion, making you blame yourself for his death. Urotstvo. Betochki stands by the door. She wants to leave, but her feet will not move. She wants to look straight ahead, but she does not have the courage. She can only look down at the watch in her hand, watching the hands tick and talk, moving to the next number. What time is it? Which one is the hour hand, and which one is the minute hand? What about the extra one?
Mama said not to sleep in the snow. You'll get cold and pass out, and heavy snow can kill. Rankin said not to doze off in the mines. You'll faint if the air is stale, and air that you can't see will burn. But this isn't the snow or the mines. Can we sleep here? Rest here? Who can save us? Babushka is gone. It's not Babushka Nadia standing there. No, not here. Rest, but not in someone else's home. Sleep, but not because you've lost the strength to live. Don't sleep. Don't rest. We'll save ourselves.
She steadies the hastily forged shield. The bell that she rang to warn the others to evacuate the mines hangs from it. Betochki swings her pickaxe and rings it again. So, she's really the Urotstvo? I heard you worship her like the Urotstvo. She's the Urotstvo. She saved us. It all makes sense now. She comforted us, shared our pain. She was always with us. Where were you back then? Then she should save you now. The miners look to the Urotstvo. It stands silent like a statue. Maybe we sinned too much. No. The victimizer, the one who deceived and caused pain, wants the victim to endure and submit. It has always been so. You do not see any path other than to obey. It's not your fault. Do you mean that we can still be saved?
Oh, shut it, Vasia. Does it even matter now?
Yes, you can be saved. If you leave here and continue your journey, choose to live when living may be worse than dying.
Huh. Get lost. I thought you were going to say something new. If that's all, then I would rather die with my corpse intact. And I'm sure everyone else...
Bells? Who's ringing the bells? It's Betochki. Sounds like someone has made a choice. Betochki silently rings the bell, even though it does not sound the way it used to. She rings it again and again, until someone stands up. Is our shift over?
Our shift's over.
I want to leave here.
I want to go home.
More and more people stand up from the ground, step away from the walls, and their figures begin to drown out the white at the end of the house. The Urotsu's figure trembles, passing through mantra and the people standing up in the house. It comes before Vetochki.
Child.
Vetochki looks down and does not answer the call. She continues to ring the bell until everyone is roused and a dazed smile appears on their faces.
Spasibo, Vetochki.
Go back, Vetochki. Don't stay here too long.
Vetochki. No, I'm not going back.
Vetochki? Vetochki gazes straight ahead. Her companion stops smiling, and the figure of Urotsu is now nearly transparent. She said, no.
We're not going back. We'll leave and we'll live. Until living isn't the only thing we care about anymore. They look so much better now. Are you alright, Mantra?
This is Mantra. The communication has concluded. The miners have been freed from the Urotsu's control.
You defeated the Urotsu?
I wouldn't say that. It was the result of their own effort. The Urotsu has disappeared, and I was unable to track it. We have more important matters to attend to now.
The armies. They're here. Report, Elysium.
No hostiles within 5 clicks in the direction we're traveling. They can stay the course. The road ahead should be easier once we are out of this stretch of tundra.
Good to hear. Thank you, Elysium.
There's bad news too, though. If the enemy isn't in front, they're probably behind us. Watch your 6, Amiya.
I will.
The cannon fire is drawing closer.
The group can't move any faster.
Even worse, we have no idea where they are.
We need more information, Amiya. At least we need to know how they're moving. You want to intercept military comms? Can you do that? I'm familiar with Ursus military encryption methods, but it's been a while and it'll take time for me to identify the frequency that they're using.
Why are you looking at me like that? Alright. Want me to leak even more classified information than I already have? Well, I can't guarantee it will help. But if we both live to stand before a military tribunal, I'll testify that all he did was purely in self-defense.
Your jokes could use some more work, Sergeant.
I never said it was a joke. Please consider lowering your expectations.
They're low enough. Just tell me the frequency, then keep quiet.
I'll write it down.
Found it. Thank you. Tracing signal. Switching to active ship-mounted radio. Let me see. Rebellious infected miners at large in the far north.
The infected have engaged in large-scale massacres, causing significant civilian casualties. A large number of armed infected are now heading to Deity Griffinburg. The 4th Army hereby answers the call of duty to suppress the insurrection in order to protect Deity Griffinburg and the people. The operation will be carried out swiftly. Citizens are advised to remain calm and cooperative.
What? Their shamelessness leaves you at a loss for words.
I'm unsurprised. Sounds like they'll at least avoid the nomadic cities, but we should monitor civilian communications just in case. Anyone have a map? Not on me. I'll get it. I have it here. Can I listen to what you're listening to? I want to know about the other minds. Are we the only ones who left? Were there others? What they say on the radio isn't true, Vetochki. I know. Just wanted to know if they're safe. Can we? It's true that radio broadcasts from the mines could be a source of information. Thank you, Vetochki. Lieutenant Gorchakova, please mark on the map any nomadic cities in the path of the army's heading. Wait, the signal has been changed. Military channel. That one just now was on civilian channels. Now they're sharing internal communications with other units.
Central Mining District purged. Acknowledged.
What? Purged? They're purging? What? Don't listen, Vetochki.
Raidian tries to cover her ears, but the girl shakes her head. The next message comes through after a brief silence.
Satellite cities, mining district purged. Acknowledged. Olenets mining district purged. Acknowledged. Volgrad mining district purged. Acknowledged.
Names of places mixed with static are sent back one after another from the terminal. Some are familiar, some are not. No one dares imagine what is happening on the other side. A name. Just a name.
That's enough. Turn it off. We're not getting any more information. Turn it off. No. I want to know. I want to know. They're our friends.
Ural mining district purged. Acknowledged. Kras mining district purged. Acknowledged. Onega mining district purged. Acknowledged.
The terminal's playback is like a bland looping song. The aurora sways in the night sky, a beautiful curtain that shuts out the screaming happening elsewhere on this tundra. It is a long night.
I understand, Your Imperial Majesty. I always have. I understand your kindness, but no one has ever been respected for kindness. What will happen to a nation when it loses the energy that is its lifeblood? Either it becomes livestock whose survival depends on the whims of others, or it must plunder the others first. This is not the desire of the armies, it is the desire of Ursus. Ursus must not be weak. If she becomes weak, we must cut away what is weak, or the others will fall upon her in an instant. All of this to say, silence can be such a difficult thing.
Grand Duchess Elizabeth tosses the letter with the State Council seal into the fireplace. The flames rise with a soft hiss, then all is quiet again.
Vetochki, calm down and listen to me. Don't be afraid. Don't give up. We can make it. We'll take everyone out of this place. I want to leave. But massacre? Killing people? They're trying to shut everyone up? They used to do it with butter and coffee. Then with whips and death. Papa and Mama didn't keep quiet, so they're dead. Vetochki. But what if we're dead? Even if we keep quiet? The mining districts, what we heard, they're all dead? But we're the only ones who know. Shouldn't more people know before we're silenced too? They can't kill everyone, can they?
You're right, but sending a message would reveal our position to the nearby army. Aloysius follows her words. She wanted to be the voice of cold reason, but she cannot say the words. Vetochki is right. We can't let them bury everything that happened here.
You've just been through a hard fight, Mantra.
There's no need to worry. It's my duty.
But I can't not worry. You didn't want to come to the north or reveal your arts. There must be reasons for that, whether it's a past you didn't want to expose or... Rhodes Island won't place undue burdens on our operators. I don't know what you went through here, but I know it takes great courage to overcome it.
Thank you for your understanding, Amiya. But I no longer need to avoid it, for I've left it behind. We'll reveal the tragedy that happened here, and expose their plot to all.
Alright.
And we have a witness. Let's begin. Calibration complete. How are you feeling? Good. We'll expand the area then. Raidian?
One moment. Maybe make use of the magnetic storms. The electrical signals carried in the noise. How are you feeling now, Mantra?
I can hear more now. More is a vague answer. She not only hears more, she hears further, hears more details. She hears the battleship's tracks rumbling across the tundra, these screams that not even originium engines and guns can drown. She hears parents speaking Southern Ursan dialects, kissing their children goodnight, couples whispering words of love on the balcony before going inside, the curtains left open. She hears a radio program in the northern tundra, interrupted from time to time by the magnetic storms, an old man falling asleep stroking a cloud beast in his arms in a nursing home. She feels as though she can hear everything, and she knows she has to interrupt. Comrades! Mantra suddenly realizes that she should not be the one saying the words. At least not the only one. Vetochki.
Yes?
These are your words. Say them with me.
But I don't speak clearly.
You can do it.
I...
Comrades in the mines and cities.
Comrades in the mines and cities.
We come from the far north.
We come from the far north.
We are being slaughtered.
We are being slaughtered.
Comrades in the mines and cities, we are hunted miners from the far north. We are still alive, but we are being slaughtered. We did not betray Ursus. Ursus abandoned us.
I did it.
You did it. Now, I might need some help. Man, speaking of cutscenes and stuff happening. Alright, before I start talking about that whole ordeal that just went down, first off, we have one new enemy to add here, which is the Army Elite Crossbowman. elite crossbowmen of the Ursus army, equipped with heavy weapons that can penetrate thick armor. They typically operate in a squad with multiple mobile crossbowmen, ensuring plenty of firepower. That they do. And as another little thing, the item that is acquirable from here is called the Ownerless Mining Lamp. And it says an abandoned mining lamp that still works, though the name tag has been torn off. People speculate as to who its master was. It has been passed from one person to another, carrying more and more stories, the culmination of the miners' lives. And to get the miner's lamp, you simply have to let the miners that are spawning on this map, you have to let them destroy every single one of these rock walls. That's pretty much it. That's the entire shtick to acquire the item. Let them destroy the rock walls, and once they do so, you just need to beat the map and that's it. You get the item. And that will then unlock the cutscene later when we get to it. But yeah, that was... good god, that was a cutscene. My god. Holy shit. First off, the showdown between Mantra and the Urodstvo with quite the help as well later on from Vetochki. But yeah, we got a bit of extra details on Mantra as well through this cutscene, like her earliest past probably. As it seems, she is from Sargon. Makes sense. She's a Phidia. Snakes like the warm, or like the warm climate. But yeah, that is not the important part. The important part is that she is from Sargon, and she seems to have been a Padisha at one point in her life, like a leading figure down in the Sargonian deserts and jungles. But she, for reasons, left the place behind, and then, as we saw in the first cutscene here in this chapter, in the redacted year scene, we saw her helping out people here in Ursus run away from, or rather protect them from the patrol units, as they were mistaking her for a Urodstvo. And as she was doing so, she was overusing her arts to the point where she completely lost her voice, which is why she always talks in a telepathic way through her arts. But yeah, that's kind of like her life leading up until that point, and later, sometime later in life, she will become part of Rhodes Island. that's kind of like the TLDR, I would say. But yeah, very interesting part there. But also very interesting thing that we saw through this chapter is that the Urodstvo definitely needs people to perceive it to keep on being present and existing. Mantra did confirm that it escaped, but so that means that it's still around. But yeah, to become more powerful, it definitely needs people to perceive it, so it can keep on both existing and become more powerful. But yeah, that was definitely a power move there, and a big W for tiny little Vetochki telling the thing no, and ringing the bell and waking up the miners from their slumber, and getting them to leave it alone and stop being pulled by the influence. That was definitely huge, and a big power move. But then we see more and hear more about what the armies are doing, as they are on a purge. They are going around and they are not taking prisoners. I'll talk about this more a bit later, as we're gonna learn a bit more through the cutscenes. But yeah, the armies are also not taking prisoners. They are just going around and slaughtering everything in sight. Good God. And then we get Mantra pretty much doing a nationwide wake-up call as to, hey, your armies are kind of shit. They're kind of just killing people willy-nilly. You wanna say something to that? That's kind of a giant expose for the atrocities that are happening. Kind of much needed. I do wonder how much that is gonna reverberate through the country of Ursus, and how much that might actually influence the public in general, because if that gets pursued further and the atrocities of the armies get discovered, I do really want to see how the populace is gonna be reacting and how they will be handling that. But anyway, we move on to our final stage for today, and this is where our environment in the back is also going to be changing for one final time. But anyway, Stage 18 is a operation, and it says the Red Sun Lingers. Even should the sun and moons stand still, this rage will never end. So, this also unlocks a specific item. I will show you guys later what the item is. You just need to beat this operation to receive it. The cutscene here is taking place after the operation, so we start with the operation. And for the operation, we get this team. So then, that's a couple of very interesting faces in there, right? Well then, let's go.
They're still chasing us! No sign that they're going to stop firing. Vitochki has a communicator. She can hear what the people up front are saying. We'll listen to her.
The explosions are getting closer. We have wounded.
We just need to cross the ice. The group in front is almost with the people coming to pick us up.
What if they keep firing and even after we're on the ice? Someone needs to distract them.
Don't be stupid.
Foolish resistance. For the Tsar, for the glory of Ursus. We shall not stop or rest until all traitors lie dead.
Gunfire continues to chase them. They seem to see the frozen lake's surface. Or is it just an illusion? Only the aurora gives them light, helps them perceive reality. The colorful aurora exists, but only as an onlooker.
What's the situation in the rear, Elysium? We took it out around the fire. We are regrouping and catching up. Stay safe. We're moving forward at a steady pace. Don't worry about us. The scout team is about to arrive at the rendezvous point, Amia. Stay in touch.
ここは私が見る。よそに目を光らせる。恨め。それがお前にふさわしい結末だ。
今から起きることを見たくないなら離れてて。こっちは見ないでね。
記憶に残る後ろだ。
通信にすまない。力を入れすぎた。あなたのことだけでも叫べば少しは楽になるから。それがお前にふさわしい。ドクター、今から通信妨害するから迅速に行動して。私の技もまだ使える。記憶にある。私を追って影に踏み込んでこい。
境を立てる印、終焉の罠。
Mission accomplished.
Dispatch speaking. Target acquired. They're moving toward Lake Neva. Cease fire and surround the target coordinates. Coordinates sent to your terminals.
Are you out of the woods, Raidian?
Scout team here. We're at the rendezvous point. The first batch of vehicles are here. We'll need to wait for the second batch to arrive. Sorry, I didn't expect things to get so urgent.
Have you tracked more of the army's movements, Raidian?
Not yet. The military channel went dark after our broadcast. They're on guard now, and we're unable to get more information. It's so quiet, it's making me uneasy. Stay hidden, Amia.
We'll be careful.
Stay in touch. How's Mantra?
Still exhausted. Vitochki and the others have made a stretcher for her.
Amia,
Mantra, you shouldn't be talking.
I'm awake. Tell Elysium that I can walk on my own.
No, not yet.
See? I told you so.
Remember how Blaze was bedridden for 2 weeks after getting injured on a mission? We didn't let her feet touch the ground for a single second. So don't even think about it, dear Mantra.
The situation is different.
Okay, here's a compromise. Once you're through the woods, you can choose me or Elysium to be your crutch.
Is Griffenberg on the other side of the frozen lake? I heard the infected can't enter nomadic cities.
I never went to the cities before I got infected. I lived all my life in the villages until a catastrophe infected most of us. But they said we didn't need to walk, right? There'd be vehicles, like the ones we found. I think Nikto was from Griffenberg. Too bad he isn't here. Say, what do you think Nikto and Rankin are doing with Tochki? Could they have already made it to that village they were talking about?
Maybe. I hope so.
Everyone, take cover. Now!
An explosion from the forest. Is the army here? I just sensed it. Another army is attacking from the east. They know where we are. They're trying to force us in the direction of Lake Neva.
They're out of their minds. We're already in the central governorate. The armies must know what that means.
Deity Griffenberg is under threat. The army will eliminate the enemy. It's a public broadcast. They're telling Griffenberg that they're putting down a rebellion.
I see. So this was their plan all along. All this killing and herding. They're planning to reach the capital under the pretext of putting down a rebellion and negotiate with the state council by pointing their guns at the gates of deity Griffenberg.
This was what they were trying to achieve, by sacrificing hundreds of thousands in the far north. Can you hear me, Amiya? There are army units to your east. The magnetic storms are interfering with comms. I can't get a good signal at this range. The rest of the group will arrive soon. Aloysius, I need you here to get them on the vehicles and evacuate in an orderly manner. What about you? I must go back and point the way for them. You're leaving me here with these vehicles? Aren't you worried that I would abandon you and flee to Griffinburg? If that's your decision, I would appreciate a heads up. Rhodes Island will find a way. You... Is this Rhodes Island full of people like you? No, they're much braver than I. Your command, Sergeant.
What the hell is that thing behind us? It appeared out of nowhere! Look out! The army is shelling indiscriminately. Should we find another path?
Can you reach Raidian, Elysium? The scout team might be in even more danger than we are.
Amiya, where are you?
We're still in the forest on the eastern shore of Lake Neva. We're being fired upon by the army.
They have reinforcements coming from the east. We must get through the lake as quickly as possible. Griffinburg is on the other side. The armies cannot set foot on the western shore of Lake Neva without permission. That's our only chance. We need to clear Lake Neva before the armies complete their encirclement.
Raidian? Raidian!
Magnetic storm. Communications. Southwest. Ice.
No lights, everyone. We'll have to cross the lake in darkness. Go southwest. I'll point the way. I understand. These stars show the way.
Cannon shells fall like thunder, exploding in the middle of the crowd. The shockwave and shrapnel split the procession in two.
Walia!
A crack appears in the ice, and some people have fallen into it. Ah! The ice is still cracking. We can't get through.
Go back! Now! Don't come this way!
They're getting closer.
Can you reach Raidian? We got separated. We have some struggling miners we need to pick up to the northwest of where the shells fell.
Roger. On my way.
Daria, your leg, it's bleeding. Oh, wrap it up.
I'll help.
No, Vitochki, leave me here. I have flint and kindling. Give me a torch and go. I'll buy you what time I can. I'll carry you, Daria. Don't give up. Yes, don't give up. The bleeding will stop soon. You can get further treatment once we are on the vehicles.
But those bastards won't wait. They're hurting us like wild manglers. Don't you see? If they just wanted to kill us, they could have burned every inch that we passed through, blown every building up. Do you think they couldn't do it?
That's no reason to give up.
You don't understand. I was a hunter before they threw me into the mines. I know what some of the city folk like to do on hunting trips. They corral their game in one place, kill a couple and watch the rest struggle. Honestly, I don't know how much time I can buy, but I can try. It's just a hole in my leg. I'll crawl if I can't walk. I can get a few dozen meters to the east. Stop wasting time. Leave the torch and go. Go! One by one. We'll be here for 15 minutes. There's no need to... push. The operator falls quiet. No one is pushing. No one is squeezing. They just keep walking forward silently.
I've never seen an evacuation so orderly. Not even the famously disciplined First Army could do this. That's a good thing, right? It's not normal, is it? It's as though they don't have survival instincts. Alright. Maybe I'm overthinking it. And you? Aren't you worried about your captain in the rear? Our captain is the most experienced of us by far.
The operator stands on tiptoes, trying to see past the end of the procession that is indistinguishable from the pitch-black ice, looking for her captain. All she sees is the bright red in the distance.
Did they really stop there?
The enemy is shelling the ice. I couldn't reach the driver. Someone needs to tell her to keep the vehicle running and to be ready to roll at a moment's notice. Do you read me?
Roger. You should get on, Aloysius. I'll take care of things here. No, you go first and talk to the driver. For your captain. I'm staying here.
It was a torch that distracted the army. It began with a single torch that someone at the end of the procession raised. No one heard if he said anything. No one asked why he did it. He simply stopped, lit his torch, and began to walk in the opposite direction.
Who lit the torch? I thought they set no lights.
It's Kian.
Kian, the one who made flint for everyone. I saw he gave some firewood to Daria just now.
It's him. He's walking back.
But that's where all the soldiers are. Is he trying to get himself killed? He's doing the same thing that Daria is doing. But we're so close to safety.
I have flint too. And some firewood.
What are they doing? They're shelling the ice. They won't let us go. If we don't do something, we'll all die. But I want to live. I want to go to Griffinburg.
We would have died in the mines, remember? Like all other infected in Ursus. But if we can help the folks on the front lines survive, and the young ones who came to our aid. People will remember what happened here long after we old-timers are gone. One torch passes its flame to another. One miner forsakes his life, then a second, and a third. One by one, the miners who have not yet boarded the vehicles raise their torches and walk in the opposite direction. Towards Kian, towards Daria, towards the trail of footsteps that led here, and toward the impending threat.
They can't bury us. Not anymore.
You're right. They can't bury us quietly anymore. Not in the snow, in the mines, or in the lakes. We'll take the torch from our brothers and sisters, and we'll light the way. We'll make sure that all of Ursus sees and knows that we once lived. The miners who chose to stay behind raised their torches high in the cold night. They form a bright belt of fire on the ice, one that the gunners cannot miss. Ursus will not bury this night the way it has buried many others. They firmly believe. The red eyes gaze upon the firelight. The guns continue to fire, and the ice continues to crack, sending more miners into the gaping crevices. They shout and keep their torches high to the very end, with only a slight trembling in their voices. Of course they are afraid. Of course they are fearful, but they keep their torches raised, trading their lives for the lives of those behind them. The Rhodes Island personnel try to stop them, but no one listens. They're still firing, Amiya. Aloysius's vehicles are full, and the next batch hasn't arrived yet. Amiya!
What? Why are they doing this? We have to stop them. We can't let...
I can't stop this many in my current state. But there must be something we can do.
Mantra. I can feel it. I can feel their anger. It's so powerful. It's like it's burning them to ashes. No. I won't let them. This slaughter has to stop.
Anger. The same anger. An emotion that Amiya has always fought to suppress. One that she would never allow to run unchecked. Anger lights up her eyes, ignites her heart, and flows to her fingertips. Even if I don't take revenge, even if I never hold a grudge, I still have the right to rage on forever! The Cerulean and Black Sword of Wrath once again appears in her hand.
Ying Xiao.
A clean swing. Blue fire bursts from the tip of the sword. The highly concentrated energy draws a wall of fire on the ice in the blink of an eye. Another long and clear boundary. On one side, the cracking ice and the shells repelled by the wall of fire. On the other, the little Cautus and the torch-bearing infected.
You.
Amiya points her sword at the shore, at the army that has herded and slaughtered people like livestock.
You go no further.
Blue fire rages at her sword tip, a warning to the murderers, be the guns, the soldiers, or the battleships, until the flames cease, until the score is settled. None shall pass.
Sir, high-powered originium signal, 12 o'clock, source unknown. Slow down and observe. Yes, sir.
Did they cease fire?
No, they should slow down. You've stopped some of their attacks, Amiya. Rendezvous ASAP.
The other vehicles will arrive soon. Let's get out of here.
No. I'm staying until everyone is out.
Wait, something's coming. A vehicle's coming towards us at high speed from the west, but it's not one of ours. I think it's a truck. They drove onto the ice.
On alert. Raidian, finally got this thing to work. It's us, me, Dr. Xenia, and Operator Crownslayer. Rhodes Island, assemble.
Amiya! Doctor! Monster! How did you... And... Operator Crownslayer?
I didn't have time to chat along the way. I have a lot of questions myself. But get on first. We owe the Truckers Union one. I'll tell you about it later. Is everyone alright? Won't disappoint you.
We'll catch up later. For now, we need to get out of here.
Yes, Operator Monster, Operator Crownslayer, and Jacob, reporting in. After scanning the survivors on the ice, The lights on the outpost on the southwest shore of the Lake Neva point to the army on the opposite shore. White light faces off against red light, and the shelling grows even sparser.
All units, this is dispatch. All units cease fire immediately. We have an urgent request from Deity Gryffindor. Repeat, all units cease fire immediately. Please acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Looks like it stopped. For real this time.
And everyone's here. Thank goodness.
Yes. Looks like we made it. By the wrath of the cerulean flame, I compel thee! Holy shit. You know, I've been up until this point calling this chapter halfway as a joke, as a massive callback for for chapter 8. But this really is a pseudo chapter 8 and I have nothing against it. I don't know if it's a requirement that when we go back to Ursus, Amiya must equip the sword and summon forth the cerulean flames. But if it is, I'm all for it. That was dope. That was dope. Just casually putting up a wall. Great. Good God. Good God, what a chapter. I was kind of starting to expect that something like that is about to happen. The moment she started mentioning like or I think the moment this whole cutscene started mentioning like the anger and emotions that are overflowing on the whole thing, Jesus. Also, holy hell, the miners turning around to light torches and distract the army with them and getting shelled by the ships and everything in the environment. Holy balls, Batman, can we not? We are fighting to get you guys to safety. Can you guys not? I swear, civilians in Arknights, both in playable environments and non-playable environments, just have this tendency to end their life. Good God. I know this world can be depressing, but can we not? But yeah, everybody is assembled. Whoever decided to make the doctor say Rhodes Island assemble, you've watched too many Marvel movies. You have legitimately watched too many Marvel movies, buddy. I appreciate it. It was corny. It was corny as hell, but Excelsior, I guess. Anyway, the stage 18 does have one item that you get from here, which unlocks the cutscene as well on this stage, which actually comes from here by just completing the operation, and you get this little thing, the unexploded dud. An unexploded dud. It must be handed over to relevant authorities once disarmed and disabled. The corruption on the Empire may not have begun with Gryffindor, but its decline surely started with a dud from Tulskaya. That is an analogy. That is an analogy, and it's kind of fitting. But yeah, this is where we're gonna be ending up today. So next time we're gonna be finishing this off with the epilogue cutscene, which then in turn will unlock 4 whole cutscenes that I do not know how long they're gonna be, but we'll see about that next time. And we're also, or rather, I'm also gonna, once I'm done reading all of this stuff, for the first time I'm gonna be checking out and and also recording the operator record for Mantra. So I'll see if that thing fits anywhere in the narrative. If it does fit in the narrative and I can use it as just another bonus cutscene in the whole thing to flash out or elaborate anything with it, it will be in the final part. If it doesn't fit anywhere in there, I'm just gonna be uploading it separately, as it's gonna go up on the channel anyway separately. Yeah, you guys will see next time. You guys will see next time. I do wonder what they're gonna be wrapping this thing up with. Oh, and also very importantly, or rather very interestingly, like I was saying earlier as well, the Grand Duchess really doesn't strike me as a bad person, but more of kind of like being shackled by her own circumstances. Like, she seems to genuinely care about her people in her Demesne, but she just can't say no to the army, right? The whole conversation that was happening at the beginning of today's episode, for example, where that representative of the 4th Army was pretty much just telling her passively aggressively that she better sign off on this or else. And she after voicing her own opinions with those couple of text lines that she says there, she just reluctantly has to agree by not saying anything, pretty much, and letting them do as they please. Again, I do not know if that's gonna change in the epilogue cutscene and they're gonna show something else about the Grand Duchess, but we'll see. For now, she just seems like a neutral gray area of a party. Like, she cares about her people. I think that's obvious, at least. But I do wonder where it's gonna lead to. I mean, if the whole flashback scene is to be taken literally, where the one guy was saying that the Duchess was literally crying when she had to sign the execution papers for Vitochki's parents. I think that just shows how she sees people, right? If that is the case, why she was legitimately crying there. But yeah, anyway, a lot of interesting stuff, and we'll see how this is gonna conclude next time. For now, I will take a break. This took a while to produce, this took a while to record, and will definitely take a while to edit. I have so many extra files and voice lines that I need to shuffle around and place in and put in and replace. Good lord, you don't want to see my folder. This part took quite a lot of runs. Remember in the previous part when I said I hope my neighbors didn't hear me when I was giving the speech as Rankin during that scene? I hope my neighbors definitely did not hear me when I was doing the Raffle Cerulean Flame sequence. Reminder, I live in a house. There are neighbors around me. They're on a nice little distance from the house. There's a buffer room, at least a car and a half worth between me and the next house, but I hope no one heard me as I was shutting my lungs out during that thing, and my gut and everything. Good God, that took a couple of attempts, and it was in the middle of the day as well. Yikes! It was fun though. It was fun though. But anyway, I will leave you guys with the clip section, and as always, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did so, consider leaving a like, it will help out a lot. Recommend the videos to others. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and if you want to support me more directly, memberships are open on the channel. Like I always say, no video will be behind a membership, it's purely there for support, so thank you very much to all the members already doing so, much appreciated. And I hope you all have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one for the finale of Chapter 16. In the meantime, bye-bye. Hi, you are getting a unique model. Solemn Ursin Officer. Okay, that kind of flashbacked me all of a sudden. You're definitely gonna be someone of importance if you get that much of a unique looking and also detailed model. Based on the uniform and the medals on him, this guy is definitely, I mean, very easily distinguishable, and probably in a high military position? Now, which army is he with? That's a good question. Let's see. This guy is very interestingly designed. The interests of Bresk and the 4th Army are closely aligned. Okay, so he is in a position in the 4th Army, it seems. Okay. Very interesting, getting more distinguished more distinguished characters from the different armies of Ursus. Alright, alright. For the glory of Ursus. Oh boy, the fourth army is on the move. Oh boy. Elizabeth, you have I do understand that you do actually seem to be caring about the people living on your land, it seems like, so I really do hope you have a plan B right now, because I do get it that you probably can't really say anything against the fourth army. Because of your position probably and some connections here and there, you know, politics, but oh, this is gonna be wild. Huh? Oh, it's red again, okay. Yeah, why does the sky here turn so red? I mean, I would understand if it turns like greenish, because that would be the aurora dancing across the sky. But, actually, now that I think about it, how is an aurora even happening on Terra? Before someone says something right now, look, I know how auroras happen. I know sun particles hit the Earth's magnetosphere, and through the poles they seep in, because the magnetosphere is basically like a upside. What's the word I'm looking for? Basically, like a funnel towards the pole, because it basically from magnetic poles, that's where the magnetic magnetosphere just plops basically out of the planet and surrounds it then and shields it from solar radiation essentially. And through very strong solar activity, it hits the magnetosphere, it goes through the funnel, it enters the atmosphere, and when it enters the atmosphere, you see the aurora, basically. The long and short of it. But how does it happen on Terra? Terra is enveloped by a freaking force field, essentially. I don't think the aurora that is being shown in unless this is gonna be the first time that it happens, because the hole is still present in the. But the hole is not above a magnetic pole of the planet. So, huh? Okay, I have questions. I have way too many questions right now. Anyway, unless for some stupid reason, the solar energy. I mean, to be fair, the barrier surrounding Terra. My God, I'm getting specific here. What the fuck? The barrier surrounding Terra does have to let. Well, it does have to let sunlight through. Basically, it has to let UV rays through, which are a major component in heating up a planet, because they bounce from the surface back to the atmosphere, back to the surface. Okay, I'm getting way too off topic right now. my science and space portion of the brain is going haywire. Okay, I'm gonna stop. That's enough. That's enough. It begins to cover the gray skies and everything below them. The army, the warning light of the Ursus armies. Oh, really? Really? Uh-huh. They're here. What? And the sky turns red then? Are they shining like big red spotlights to intimidate people? Ooh, that's kinda... I mean, that's kinda dope, I'm not gonna lie if that's the case. Anyway, let's see how this plays out. We will... Uh-oh. Well, that was close by. That was a bad idea to ignore the footsteps earlier. There was a forward unit in here already, observing us probably. Hello, hello? Or maybe it's the... Oh, who is this? Damn, did we make it in time? You were pretty tough when you... You were pretty tough when you came for me, monster. Don't die here. Huh? Do you hear me? Do you hear... Doctor? Okay. It's someone we know. I'm very curious though who. Huh. Huh. I was just taking a sip of coffee. Another boss battle. What is this now? Revealing the truth? Oh boy. I should... Also, this was a very... Outside of me yapping about a bullshit, 15 was a very short cutscene. That was like... maybe 12 minutes at best. Outside of me yapping for 4 minutes about bullshit. Okay, what the hell? Why is this a boss stage, huh? Okay, well, this is definitely gonna be a boss stage. I don't know who is gonna be on this fucking thing, but this looks like a line for freaking shield guards just to walk the hell out of this thing. I shall not accept fiction nor elaboratorily dressed falsehood. Okay then, do I have to do the boss battle first, or do we do we go into cutscene? Uh-huh. Alright, cutscene for... Whoa, that looks pretty. Yeah, also new models for army personnel, very nice. But yeah, how the fuck is an aurora happening on this planet? Is the barrier actually letting, like, actual, I guess it has to. I guess it has to. I mean, yeah, it does have to let some solar radiation through. Interesting. Very interesting. The barrier really just makes me interested in how the fuck it's supposed to actually work. What is it actually supposed to stop from progressing through it? Is it supposed to stop, like, physical matter, or is it supposed to stop all matter, all types of matter from progressing through itself? Because an aurora happening on a planet just signals to me that some form of solar particles have to go into the planet somewhere, into the planet's atmosphere, that is. Huh. Anyway. Nikto? Oh, is he running away? I mean, understandable, this guy was never a soldier. From what they were telling about him so far, this guy was just some probably lower ranking noble or something. Huh. Oh god, what is that? Is the mobile city approaching? Is that the horde of Griffinburg? Oh boy, I think this... Oh yeah, right. I think this is probably gonna be the 4th army now approaching, with probably one of the mobile battleships or something in tow. Holy shit. Well, they're fucked. They're fucked, absolutely. Oh, I think I was right. I think it's the 4th army. Oh no. Oh, with that music, yeah. They look in the direction that he's pointing and see a massive battleship, yep, rising on the horizon. So massive it is hard to tell whether it is a ship or a nomadic city. Jesus Christ! Yeah, a battleship, right. These things are gonna be definitely bigger than... what was that thing again, that one ship they showed in, which chapter was it? Chapter... Was the beginning of chapter 14 or was the beginning of chapter 13? I can't remember. The ship that got literally blown in 2 pieces. by the airship that Theresis had on hand. Was that thing a cruiser, a destroyer, or something? I know it was. If I remember correctly, it was one of the smaller ships. So yeah, battleship would be massive. Battleships are legitimately massive ships. Good lord. Holy shit. Oh my god, yeah, this thing is huge. Yeah, in the world of... Wow. Wow. Yeah, this thing is large. In the world of Arknights, the battleships are also mobile bases, mobile construction yards. And a lot of other things probably in one go. This thing is large as fuck, boy. It's literally a mobile military base. On wheels. Oh my god. Oh, you guys are fucked. Okay, I was joking about the shield guards at the beginning, but it did seem logical. Holy shit. They look like Cylons, I'm not gonna lie. They look like Cylons from... With this red light and everything, they look like Cylons from Battlestar Galactica. The OG Cylons, not the later editions. Holy shit. Alright. Holy shit, did they literally get smacked by cannon fire immediately?
Calls it.
Oh? Why would you be mentioning her name? Do you know her personally? Uh-huh. Go on.
Perhaps a reintroduction is in order.
Okay, here we go.
Aloysius Vasilievna Gorchakova, lieutenant of the Tsar.
The Tsar's battalion! Holy shit, you're a private army of the Tsar, what the fuck? Ursin's Imperial Guard. I answer to Chairman Isla. Oh, right. Fuck. Wow. Holy shit, no wonder you're so chill the entire time. You are a high-ranking son of a bitch. Okay, I'm in. Let's do this shit. Whoa. More special effects, what the shit? Oh, this looks funky as hell. I love it. Yes. Oh boy. Hi. Yeah? Are you about to see what the shit that thing looks like? Nadia question mark? Oh. Oh, the music is cutting out. Oh, you're not her? Oh, what the shit is that? I was a lady. What did I just see for a split moment? What in the fuck? What are the faces on the side? Hi? Hi? Uh-huh. Alright, is that how you really look like? Hi? What the shit is the blurred part? Oh, shit. Face off, let's go. Also with this music, hell yeah. Ooh, sound only. Ooh, more special effects. Yes. Yes, let's do this. Oh my god, this is the battle. Oh, the battle is against the Ursus right now? Okay. It's not the shield guard then, as I was suspecting, I guess. What the fuck? Uh-huh. Oh shit, there she is, Ursus. Do not complain, do not hesitate, do not struggle, just accept it. That is a base description if I ever seen one. What the hell? Shut the fuck up and comply. You have no power here, huh? Welcome to my domain. Okay, I wonder what she actually is gonna be doing. Oh, she is, she's spreading the, miasma around, okay. Oh, and she's also doing some binding thing. Okay, that's kinda bad right now. Kinda really bad right now. Uh-huh, oh yeah. Oh yeah, there goes my healer. That's bad. That's bad. It's really bad. There goes, there goes another one. Turn on. Get rid of this guy. Jesus Christ. Rip. Oh, she's also spreading. Oh yeah, right. She's kind of like what's the word? She's kind of like the Royal Guard, right? She can do the same bullshit. What just happened? I stopped the recording for a split second. What just happened? Why did the whole map all of a sudden change? What am I looking at? This is some which one was it again? IS-5? Yeah, this is some IS-5 bullshit. Good God. Buddha sends his regards. Just it isn't Buddha this time. Okay, what do you want me to do here? Oh, I'm gonna have to rely on, I see, okay. Send these guys out. Can I even do, are these gonna fuck me up? Yeah, okay, these fuck me up. Okay, so I need to immediately deal with these shits as well. Oh god, okay, wow, this feels like the proper boss battle of this chapter, honestly. What the shit is gonna be the rest of this chapter if it goes up to 19, huh? It's just gonna be cutscene after cutscene after cutscene, no battles anymore? Is this the final battle? This feels like the final battle. Okay, that's the Rhodes down. Now the problem are mechs. Very, very, very angry mechs. Uh-huh. Okay, ow. Okay, it's only that guy left. Okay. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Just in case, teddy bear, just in case. By the power of the fish. By the power of the fish gun. The fish gun compels you to stop doing your bullshit. Okay. Go mantra. Ow. There we go. Jesus Christ. Okay. That was a very botched boss battle. Listening? That's a medal. Holy moly. That really felt like the last boss battle of this chapter. Oh, there's the next one. 16, 17, Okay, this really felt like the boss battle for the end, for the end of the story. What the hell? What the hell is the last part of this story gonna be then? Are they gonna pack in one more boss battle into this thing somehow? Against something? I mean, there's still the shield guards that are marching on the on the miners right now. Okay. Let's see. 16, 17. Voices Unheard. Hear the weeping, hear the cries, hear the echoes of the declaration that they will endure no more. A forgotten something lost behind a battered rock wall. Oh, behind a rock wall. Okay, I'm gonna have to... What the fuck? 4 gates? Okay, gonna have to let these guys destroy probably all of the rocks. Or one specific one? It's probably gonna drop something. Actually, hold on. So what? What, excuse me? Black golden blood. Amidst the glory of empire, burning liquid seeps out of the soldiers' bodies. Great. Okay, this is from 1618, this is from 1619. These are 2 more items. So this is something specific that drops just from the stage itself, huh? Yeah, nothing on the reward track. Okay, well, let's see what this is gonna be. Oh. Whoa, what is with your arms, woman? Also the 3 faces, holy shit. Uh-huh. You are definitely something weird. Something very, very, very weird and very, very ancient. Whatever you really are. Wow, was Mantra really a Padisha somewhere? And she escaped. I mean, yeah, she is a Phidia, so being from Sargon would fit her way better than from Ursus. If that is true, then she probably escaped to Ursus, and then in Ursus ran into that shit, and then escaped from Ursus again. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, we went through quite the memories. We'll save ourselves. Nice. Damn, let's go, Vitochki. She broke free. Please consider lowering your expectations.
They're low enough.
Based? Holy shit, Raidian, that was such a casual burn. Damn. Oh my god, that was so good. I delivered that without even realizing what I'm saying. Also, just tell me the frequency, then keep quiet in quotes. Raidian is great. Grand Duchess Elizabeth tosses the letter with the State Council seal into the fireplace. Oh, okay. Oh, more special effects. Whoa, hi. Freaking Elysium in the background. Okay, sending a signal to how far and wide?
Now, I might need some help.
Oh, it finally hit her. Finally reached her, but reached her max. Poor Mantra. Jesus Christ. Oh, holy shit! The never-ending rows of the miners coming to. Oh, here is the shield war of the shield guards. Holy shit! Oh, is this a survival battle? I just realized. Maybe? Actually, no, yeah, there's a timer. I don't know if the timer is survive for X amount of time or... I guess I'm gonna see very soon. Okay, it was a survival. It was a survival situation. Did I get the item I need? Oh, I did, okay. Ooh. Oh. Hi! Another... What the fuck? Okay. This is some specific stage. The Red Sun Lingers. Even though the sun and moons stand still, this rage will never end. Okay, and this one also gives a new item, right? Oh yeah, does the... Oh yeah, the redacted stays. Resisted its user. Oh, okay, so this has to be this then, I guess. Unexploded dud. Okay. The fuck is this? The corruption of the Empire may not have begun with Griffinburg, but its decline surely started with a dud from Tulskaya. Tulskaya, huh? Okay. Okay, well, this is gonna be the finale. 18 and 19 should be the ending then. Haha. Yo! Crown Slayer! Whoa! Okay, so she really did join up with the Elite Ops? Wow! Wow! Of course, Elysium. Wow, okay. Oh, okay. I was thinking it has to be someone we know who got to the doctor there in that scene, but okay, so it was one of the elite ops. I wonder which one of these guys it actually was who got to the dock and monster there in time. Let's see how this goes. We're just gonna wander into the... Holy shit, they're just dodging it by the skin of their teeth. Okay. Oh, I can accelerate the thing. Okay, nice. Okay, another drone is coming. Oh my god, this is gonna be tight. Move! Holy shit! Oh, you guys are fucked. Oh, you guys are fucked. Oh, you guys are fucked. Okay. Miners from all freaking directions pouring in. Holy shit. Okay. Also, they deployed Raidian and Monster immediately, but not Monster's Crystal. Holy shit, Crown Slayer. Wow. I haven't used Crown Slayer at all yet. Well, let's see, I don't even know. Do I want her close to the freaking thing? Maybe not. Alright, easy peasy. Okay, that was kinda easy.
Okay, here's a compromise. Once you're through the woods, you can choose me or Elysium to be your crutch.
That's very funny. Oh, hi. Raising the torch again. Oh, okay, everybody's raising a torch right now. There's Vitochki as well in the middle of them. Oh boy. Holy shit, buddy. Holy shit, buddy. That is a lot of machinery, and that is a fucking terrifying battleship. Whoa. No wonder the sky fucking turns red. If the thing is so large and all the spotlights probably on it are also red, plus every single one of those fucking drones is also shining with a red light. Good god.
I can feel it. I can feel their anger.
Oh, wait, I didn't even think about that the first time around when she was in the laboratory and felt anger. Oh boy, the last time she felt anger, or attuned to the anger. Are we doing that again?
This slaughter has to stop!
Anger. The same anger! Oh, I think we are doing the same shit again. An emotion that Amiya has always thought to suppress. One that she would never allow to run unchecked. Anger lights up her eyes, ignites her heart and flows to her fingertips. Oh, we are doing the same shit again. This really is just Chapter 8 Electric Boogaloo. Are they gonna do another... They're probably gonna do another transformation sequence thing again. That's beyond the point. Even if I don't take revenge, even if I never hold a grudge, I still have the right to rage on forever. The Cerulean and Black Sword of Wrath once again appear in her hand. Holy shit. Ying Xiao. Oh shit. With the current dress as well. Damn. Yeah, she's not in her old... Whoa! Now that's a torch! That's a torch! Eat shit, Ursus. Oh wow, it's actually absorbing the projectiles. Wow. You can see the little red streaks coming from the left into the flame. They get literally absorbed by the fire. You better not say you shall not pass. Amiya, you better not say you shall not pass. Gundmia? You go no further. I can live with that sentence. I thought they're gonna pull that reference. Okay, you go no further. I can live with that, thank you.
Raidian, finally got this thing to work. It's us, me, Dr. Xenia.
Yeah, okay, I was right earlier. An operator crown slayer. Rhodes Island. Rhodes Island assemble. What is this, the Avengers? Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Rhodes Island assemble. Okay, so yeah, I was right. So yeah, the elite ops came to the dog's rescue. Alright, cool. We owe the Truckers Union. We owe the Truckers Union. SIRACUSA sends its regards. Shut up. I'll tell you about it later. Is everyone alright? Okay, so wow, yeah, 19 is literally the ending. Okay, well, I don't know how long the cutscene on 19 is, and there's 4 extra cutscene in this whole mess. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave that for the final episode then, cause yeah, I also don't know how long these extra cutscenes are gonna be combined with this one. Yeah, this will have to do. This will have to do. Huh? Interesting final stage. So yeah, the Rhodes stage 1616 was the last boss battle actually. Wow, they're really doing this thing in very weird fashion sometimes with the boss battles. I mean, which chapter was it again? Which one was it? 13 or something? Hold on. Where was it? Was it 13? No, 12? Where was the... Oh, well, wow, was it 11? Oh yeah, it was 11. Yeah, 11 was the weird one as well, where the operation was the last one, and then the bonus boss battle stage against the Steam Knight was just completely separate for some reason. But yeah, anyway. Okay, yeah. Yeah. This is where we're gonna be stopping for this one. Interesting. I wonder what the bonus cutscenes are gonna be, but that's gonna be for the finale then to figure out. For now, this is where we end. So, good night.